What's good, y'all? It's your boy MJ from Inside the Red Zone. Welcome back to another episode. Today we got another guest with me. This is a fellow brother, and this is a homeboy right here. Uh, Shout out to my boy, homeboy. Y'all, show some love to Tahmeer. Show some love to Tahmeer. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love. All right, Tahmeer. So, what I like to do before we get into everything, because today we're gonna be talking about a lot of football, a whole lot of it. I like to have my guests have a special name for them, a special name on tab, like a gamer name or a game that's not a name that's close and near and dear to your heart. So, introduce yourself to the people, and what name would you like to be introduced as today, my boy?
What's good, job boys? My name is Tahmeer Lee. I'm a Cowboys fan. Been one my whole life since I started watching football. It's crazy. My mother's a
Crazy.
Giants fan. So
That's a
yeah,
divided household. That's a
yeah.
divided
My
household.
stepfather a Packers fan. So it's real football in this house. You feel me?
That's a
So
that's a
yeah,
divided household right there.
most people call me Tahmeer. Some people call me Meer, but y'all can call me Cashmeer, aka my Instagram name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll drop the link in the bio.
Cashmeer. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll drop your Insta in the bio. Make sure you get my boy a follow. Please give my boy a follow. All right, so we gonna get right into it about what's going on. Obviously, about just earlier today we heard about Keyshawn Nealon going down, passing away on today. Obviously, like because he this past Monday he got a touchdown off that punt block return. Yeah, investigating is still going on right now. As far as to what cause of death it is. But he was a rookie, 24 years old, just us. Not even he's barely older than me and Tamir, bro. So honestly, like moment of silence for homeboy real quick before we get into the next topic. All right. All right. So that's a rest in peace, Keyshawn Nealon. Thank you for what you've done for the Cowboys organization in the short time you've been here. Thank you for that easy tutty on Monday night, even though we still lost. Just praying for the family, keeping them in thoughts and prayers. All right. So we finna talk about so today we got a lot of football on tap for y'all today. A whole lot of football. We're gonna talk about first of all, we're gonna talk about the NFC East as a Cowboys fan. So because we've had our
Ups
we've
and
had
downs
a
this year. Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a little more ups than downs, but as in
downs and
like,
ups.
yeah, oh yeah. I'm wow. It was a little more downs than ups, but no, I mean, I honestly thought we was gonna be terrible this year. I feel like we in the middle of the pack.
Um, I mean we doing better than the Commanders and the Giants right now. I'll say that. Only because of injuries is the reason why we better than them. That's literally the only reason why, if we're being real. Because Scat just went down. Jaden Daniels just went down Sunday night.
Malik Neighbors'
Only,
leg blew up, so
bruh, bruh, like, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. Like, our division right now is our division is questionable right now for this year. We know Jaden Daniels out for the remainder of the year. We know Scat out for the remainder of the year. We know Malik Neighbors out for the remainder of the year. Like, and then don't because we don't have injuries, but it's our defense. I'll get into that later because I'll get into that later because
all
I
our important injuries are on the defense. That's the crazy
the
part. That's
exactly
they're on the
Overshown still
defense.
out. Overshown still out. I think he's coming back this either this
They
Sunday or the
said they
following.
said Monday Raiders game we gonna get Overshown back. Who else? Who else? Chevelle, the rookie, he's gonna come back.
Yep.
Josh Butler.
Ball, yo, dog,
I don't know how good
dog.
Josh Butler is. I thought he was just all right. I bet TikTok hyping him up like he's the next Dion. Yo, I've been seeing that in the comments. Like, yo, it's been frying me. I'll be going in the comments. You know how I be seeing the TikTok edits for the Cowboys and the players coming back. I'll be going to the conversation about Josh Butler. They keep trying to sneak Josh Butler in. No disrespect to him, but like, is he really that big of a factor? Or are we really like, are we really keeping it that big of a factor? Yo,
uh,
we
I
gotta
don't
turn the
know.
injury sliders down, Roger Goodell.
I
Come on.
I don't, bro. We'll talk about it, and it's not even getting even better with our defensive coordinator,
Matt,
uh,
we're
Eberflus.
gonna get into that later.
We going
We're gonna talk about him later.
I'm tired of this, but right now I ain't gonna lie to you. Because we've had our discussions about top five QBs, and it's gotten heated.
Yeah,
I've made cases for Jalen Hurts in which I'm just like, you killing me, bro. You killing me.
you
Because
can't
every
put him
time
up there.
that's the thing. You can't put him up there, but I made my point, and ever since I've made my point about top five, he's disproved it.
He's been
But
looking like a top 15 at best.
yeah, when I edit this, yeah, we gonna have a lot of comments in the comment section talking about some top 15.
And I'm
Top
gonna say,
15.
look, but look though, it's a lot of quarterbacks hooping better than Jalen Hurts right now. I don't even got him in my top 10. I don't.
So if we talking about top 10 right now, top no, because it's for
And
the sake of time, top five. Who is your top five quarterbacks right now?
we got
Not
Baker.
yeah.
We could go Drake May,
That's
Daniel Jones.
that's
He's hooping for some
yeah.
reason.
Indiana
It's
Jones.
something in the air in New York. I don't know. They leave, they become superstars. I don't know what's going
Saquon.
on. Saquon. Odell won a bowl. Saquon won a bowl. Jason Pierre-Paul. He won a bowl as soon as he come on. That's a pull right there. You
That's
forgot
a
about
pull.
him.
That's a pull. That's
You
a
forgot about
pull.
him.
No, that's a
All right,
pull.
look, we getting distracted. We getting distracted. All right.
No,
What
no,
did I
no,
say?
no.
I said Daniel Jones. All
You
right, we
said
could
Daniel
throw
Jones. Yeah. I will
I
say Sam
want
Darnold.
I was thinking Sam Darnold, but I want to say Lamar, but he been hurt. So I'm gonna say Sam Darnold.
For the sake of like right now and keeping it current,
We're
Sam
gonna
Darnold
say Sam
because
Darnold. And
because
then
all Lamar did was come back against the Dolphins, in which we know their story right now. So
yeah. Uh you can say Mahomes, you can say Josh Allen, but that's a cop-out answer. They're not really hooping as we expected. Mahomes, I'm gonna throw Mahomes up there, but I really wanted to say Dak. But I'm gonna throw Mahomes at my side.
yo, one thing about Tahmeer, y'all should know, this man is a Rain Dakota Prescott defender. This
Yeah.
man will die about Dak Prescott.
You
You will not slander him.
you
With
can
him.
act my mother, she when I was like 13, 14, when it was in Newark, she had, remember the fat head posters, the big
Hmm.
stickers? She got me a
Yup.
Dak Prescott one of those. And it was on my wall
Oh,
for like 2 years.
oh yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
2 years? Was it before the injury?
No, it was literally during COVID. So no, it was right before the injury. It was right before the COVID injury. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we know we cooked. Oh yeah, now we cooked.
yeah,
So all right. So Dallas made some, and I have an opinion about this, but I gotta get your take. Dallas signed obviously Rogan Wilson in a big. We needed something on big on defense. Quentin Williams. How we feeling about those two signings this
yeah.
week?
Oh, so a lot of people saying we lost the trade deadline. I don't really agree
Mm-hmm.
because one, Logan Wilson, we got him from a seventh round pick. We
Mm-hmm.
jugged the Bengals for Logan Wilson. I don't know why he got benched. I got to go back. I'm not a Bengals fan, so I'm not watching Bengals games. But from what I know, Logan Wilson is a pretty good coverage
Mm-hmm.
linebacker, and that's something
Mm-hmm.
we need.
No,
Kenneth
for real. And
Murray,
especially man, especially in man zone, we need that.
Kenneth Murray has been quite literally the worst. A lot of these players I've just seen on the Cowboys defense have been the worst at the position I've ever seen.
I just want to point one thing out and say one player that we got rid of, which I was thanking
Monty
God
Smith.
for. My God, I was thanking the
Yo,
Lord
I
we
think it
got rid
was
of that
last
boy,
year when how they be showing the player intros in the PFF ranking. He was
bro.
dead last last year. He was dead last in the
Bro,
whole NFL. I was like,
bro,
really?
I don't get it. I didn't get it then. I got it then, but I'm just because you saw him during no, you saw him during training camp. I'm over. I see a clip of bro. I'm like, what are you doing? This is how I because the first game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The first game, we was like, okay, we held Philly to under 30. I was like, okay, that's cool, that's fine, because
I
our
thought we was
defense
gonna
looked
get blown
promising.
out.
I, who are you telling? Who are you
I
telling?
thought it was gonna be. Then we was fourth quarter. We was almost about to win the thing until Sedarius Lamb want to drop the football. So
We have different opinions on that.
yeah,
That's
that
for
game.
another
Listen,
time.
yeah,
We have different opinions on that, in which that'll be for another time. But I, our defense, it needed Logan Wilson, but I gotta hear your take on Quentin Williams before I even get to how I feel about the whole Logan Wilson and Quentin Williams trade. How you feel about Quentin Williams?
I love it. He's under contract too. It's not even like he's a rental. He got a couple
Exact.
years with us. He went
Mm-hmm.
from a Jets player to a Dallas player. I feel like Shadi is gonna elevate him because I like Shadi a lot this year. It's just Matt.
Exactly.
I love Shadi. I can't even lie. Maybe he's just like this first year, then he's gonna become a Brian Dable. And he's gonna stink.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna hope for this year, we're gonna enjoy it because our offense
Mm-hmm.
is deadly. It's deadly. Our
Yo,
offense is deadly.
yo.
We got top
GP3
George
Ferg.
Pickens, CD, Ferguson. We got Fergalicious. We got Javonte Williams, and we got, in my opinion, top 5 QB, arguably Dak Prescott. But I like our defense right now. Quinn Williams, I feel like he's gonna hold down the fort for the run game. We got Kenny Clark, who's also been pretty decent in the run game. He's not how he used to be back in his prime in Green Bay, but he's still serviceable. And our rookie, Donovan Ezaraku, I'm pretty sure.
Yep,
He's been a dog this year. He's been a dog, a silent dog.
Silent.
He not getting a sack, but he getting a QB pressure.
That's what we needed this year. That's exactly because when we got rid of Micah, I'm like, so where the pressure's gonna come from? Because that's the only thing we had on defense. Because we have Deron Bland over here 10 yards back on a wide receiver, like that's an easy curl route and catch in 5 yards, 5 plus. And we got Trayvon, who's now injury prone for some odd reason. Can we go back to the days when Trayvon wasn't injury prone? Please, God. Like, our quarterbacks, we need, I think in the draft, I think we're going to push for a cornerback if we don't give up the first round picks that we have currently. But how I feel about, I'm going to tell you how I felt about the Logan Wilson trade. When I woke up, I believe it was Tuesday morning, and I saw we traded for Logan Wilson. I was like, exactly.
Yeah, I was like, it's good. It's an improvement, but that's not a high bar to improve on.
And I'm going to tell you why Jerry Jones did that. I'm going to tell you why. The one main thing a owner wants to, especially Jerry Jones, wants to have, and I saw this in the TikTok. I need to look up what TikTok I saw this on, but once you have a fan base that's dedicated off of one thing, it's an easy money grab. Hope. Jerry Jones gave this team hope. It's false hope. It's false hope, FYI. It is false hope. We are not going to the playoffs. I'm letting y'all know that right now. We'd be lucky if we be in the hunt by week 15. We'll be lucky if we're in the hunt. But Jerry Jones saw our reaction. Because remember, Jerry Jones said this in the documentary as well. He said he's a storyteller, he's an entertainer. This man does not want to win. I'm telling y'all Cowboys fans right now, he does not want to win. He wants our money. He does not want to win. We're not going to win until this man passes on. And I don't wish death upon him. But we're not winning nothing until he passes on. So, what are you going to do if your fan base decides, on Logan Wilson? Because after Monday night, and we saw what happened Monday night, Jacoby Brissett looking like Tom Brady throwing some Randy Moss, which was Marvin Harrison Jr.
That was so Deron Bland, yo.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why are you 10 yards back on Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yo, he was getting all game. Yo, that red zone route. I was like, how is he wide open? And I saw it, I was like, ugh. Deron, what's going on? That's it. I was like, Deron, you supposed to be that guy.
if CD's reacting like that, then
yeah, CD one of them ones. So you got CD looking like that.
If CD reacting like that, then that's a serious issue.
Yeah, like you got your own teammate looking like you almost got dunked on right there. Your team like
you fell in our end zone, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? But no. Jerry Jones gives us false hope. And it's not a bad thing. Well, it is. But it's one of those things whereas it could only get us but so far. You said, okay, we made these moves for Logan Wilson and we made these moves for Quentin Williams. All right. We still have our you have our 2 first round picks. We still have I think we only have one now.
No, we traded one. So we traded our 2026 second round pick. So we don't got a second round pick this year. And we traded our 27 first round pick. So we got 3 first round picks in the next 2 years. The Jets, the Jets jugged.
They were building. They were building. You can see that within their picks.
5 first round picks.
Within the next 2 years, I believe. I got to ask homeboy Ben about that.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yo.
He's a Jet.
Yeah.
He's a Jet. Either him. What's that quarterback? He played for
Indiana. From Indiana.
Yeah, he's a Jet too. He's a Jet.
Indiana. Honestly, I can't see Gary Wilson taking a step back because Jeremiah Smith is a wide receiver 1.
No, Gary Wilson going. He going after this year. Him and Brees. They're both going.
Brees wanted out. That's the thing. Brees wanted because he was this close to becoming a Chief. This close to
I saw that. That would have changed the game.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you
Isaiah
right now.
and Kareem Hunt, they all right, you know what I mean? But they ain't Brees Hall. Damn.
Isaiah Pacheco, that's the thing. Isaiah Pacheco is just injury prone right now. That's all he is. He's injury prone, and I don't like that for bro. I don't like that for him because because in that Super Bowl run back in the first time they faced Philly, bro was a key factor in the playoffs in the ground game. But then injury just started piling for bro, and I feel for him, especially because he's a Rutgers alumni. He literally lives in Jersey, and I feel for bro. I
He
dead feel
from
for
where we
bro.
from, so we gotta support
Exactly.
him. Even though he one of the most hated teams in the league. We gotta support him at the
Exactly.
end of the day.
Exactly. Talk about it, bro. And that Brees Hall, because Brees Hall, he could catch the ball as well.
So
And
that's going
right,
to elevate the game. Rasheed Rice, Brees Hall, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Travis.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing about Travis. It's just what's going on right now with him and Tony Braxton. That's all. Uh, no diss towards, no diss towards, bro.
Yo,
No diss, no diss towards, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We off track. We off track. We off track. We on limited
yeah.
time. We off track. But now, that trade, honestly, my personal opinion, I think from both days, I think that's a solid B, solid B. It's a
What
solid
trade
B.
the Logan Wilson or the Quentin?
We got both. We got something on defense, but it's up. Not only it's up to the players, obviously, but it's up to the coaching staff as well.
One particular guy, Matt. Matt.
Eberflus.
Matt.
Eberflus.
You
Eberflus.
gotta go.
You gotta go.
You
He's
gotta
one
go.
and done. He's one and done. If Jerry don't kick him out, like I said, this is why I've been saying on my story. We booking that flight to Dallas. We be booking that flight because I
We gotta
can't do
go
one
have a
more year.
stern talking to. Nah, because but we both know he's not going. That's why I feel like I can't be an NFL GM. I don't got the patience to have a terrible offense or defense. See, if I was
Mhm.
really a Cowboy, if I was the Cowboys GM right now, first thing I'm doing, I'm gonna tell you how I could really get this team to player contingent. Maybe make a deep player front. We got Jesse Bates, for whatever reason, is still a free agent. I don't know what's up.
Yo, talk
I
about
don't.
it.
Maybe they know
Talk about it.
something we don't.
Talk about it.
We not in that position to know all the nitty and gritty details. You feel me? But he's still a free agent. I know he still got that swag in him. I know he can still hoop.
And it's
Stephon,
at the safety position that we need
we
desperately right
need it.
now.
We need
Come
it.
on now. Come
We
on
could
now.
sign Jesse Bates. We could get Gilly Lock. I don't really. Yeah, he'd probably be better than Trayvon. He'd probably be better than Drake. Yeah,
Especially you know what? That's a valid point because especially in man routes because you got to think about it. Trayvon is a ball hawk. That's all Trayvon is.
he's
He's a
good
ball hawk
as well. He was good in man, but now
until
that
before in
injury.
injury.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. But Stephon, if you get him in man just one-on-one coverage, that's easy all day, especially on the third down because he's not going to be a first or second down. He's probably primarily going to be
in zone
maybe
first or
second.
second down. Yeah,
Yeah,
first or second down. They're going to be in
but
zone for whatever reason. Then third down, we gotta. That's one thing we gotta blitz and we gotta put more man.
bro,
We gotta
bro,
just play more man.
bro,
But
it took us over 8 weeks to realize we can actually rush the QB. It literally took us over 8 weeks. Why did it take us that long? Matt Eberflus. Answer the question. Why did it take us that long? Just for us to rush the QB. Jalen Hurts. Harley got pressure on Jalen Hurts. And no, I'm gonna tell you the game. I knew our defense was good. I'm gonna tell you the game, the Giants game.
yeah, 400 yards by Russ. And then the next game, he looked like a pile of crap. Bro. It was bad. It was bad. He dropped 450. It wasn't even 400. It was 450. And then the last 5 minutes of that game, up, down, finally up, and the game over. That was the worst defensive performance I've seen on both sides of the ball. And that pick that threw wasn't even a pick. He dropped the ball. But that's besides the point. Like that was the worst game I've seen from a defense, two defenses, since the Chiefs and Rams game back in 2018 when they had like 90 points combined. We wasn't too far off, but that was nasty. Oh, the Bengals and Bears game. That just happened.
Bro, yo, we don't have
89
time to
points.
talk about
That
this.
was
We don't have
nasty, bro.
time.
And
We don't have
yo,
time to talk
the
about
Bengals
this.
are gonna be it's the Civil War in the Bengals locker room. They're gonna be beefing at practice.
We don't have time, bro. Oh my gosh! When I tell you right now, when Jamar said just get a stop, I'm like, oh, it's looking like Iron Man and Cap in there. But I will, and we going off topic a little bit, but I will say this on behalf of the Bengals organization. I've told this to my pops before. He's gonna be on. He's gonna be on Sonopod soon. They need to get rid of Zach Wilson. They need to get their head coach. I've been saying this for the longest time. They need to get rid of that head coach. Zach Taylor, excuse me, Zach Taylor. They need to get rid of him. I'm so serious. Because last year, okay, you had the excuse, but Joe was healthy. Well, predominantly healthy. Was that thumb injury not last year, but the year prior? You had that thumb injury the year prior.
Yeah, I think so.
And then you have T. Higgins, you have Jamar Chase, you have Joe Burrow, all healthy. There's no reason why last year you lose the first game of the season to a not good Patriots team at the time. Are you serious right now?
Mm.
And then you go 2-5. You realize you go 2-5. Oh snap! It's crunch time. We got to start racking up these wins. We have to start doing this, that, and the third. Granted, the defense was god awful last year, and they still are, to be honest. But there's no reason why. And granted, all that money went to the offense. I'm not sure as to
T. Higgins,
why.
Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, they
I'm
eating good
not.
over there. The defense is eating crumbs. Don't know
I'm
what's going
not.
on.
I'm not sure as to why that was the case. But when you have arguably a top 5 quarterback when healthy, in my
When
personal
healthy,
opinion, you have a top 3
perennial
wideout.
superstar, top 2. He's not even top 3. He's not 1 or 2. It really depends on who you ask. He's 1 or 2. And then you got a great secondary receiver in T. Higgins. Oh, a couple years ago, he could have been a Cowboy. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Could have been a Cowboy. We could have had him. We could have had a George Pickens to CD Lamb a couple years ago.
We could have.
Jerry Jones.
But we got to remember, we had Michael Gallup. Remember, we had Michael
He
Gallup.
tore his ACL when this happened. This was right after he tore his ACL.
That was right after.
Jerry Jones was sleeping though.
Because we thought that Michael Gallup was going to return to his form, but when you tear your Achilles, ask Aaron Rodgers, that you don't really come back the same. To be honest, you really don't.
I'm interested to see how Jason Tatum come back, but
man, well, that's a yo.
Really, I'm really trying. I really want to know because I hate Jason Tatum, but you know, I do not like the guy. I really.
But no, did you see Dame practicing a few nights ago?
Did I see?
Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard, he was practicing.
Yo, he looking like he 100%, and he was taking deep threes and hitting them. I will send it to you, bro. I don't know.
Send that to me. I gotta see that because that's
bro.
Yo, they all going to Saquon Barkley's doctor. It gotta be. They gotta be. It gotta be because it's like,
yo, no, because Dame was shooting deep threes, bro. Probably shooting 45 footers.
Yo,
bro. Oh my gosh.
Let's get into the MVP convo.
Yeah, we gotta talk about. We gotta talk about if it's in your opinion, because I don't know why Fox, especially CBS, NFL. They all have Patrick Mahomes in the MVP conversation, and the Chiefs have the same record as the Carolina Panthers.
They're hooping. The Panthers are hooping. So
that's what I'm. Bro,
so if that's the case, you could put either Rico or Bryce Young in the MVP conversation. They're only doing this is because it's Mahomes. He's the lead, he's the face of the NFL. He's getting that. I'm not gonna say LeBron treatment because every MVP LeBron has won was deserved. But they're going.
That's a conversation for later.
They're always going to hype. They're going to put LeBron at the pinnacle. Mahomes, he's generational, but what they're saying is he didn't have any weapons. He was missing Rashid. He has Xavier Worthy. He has Hollywood Brown. He has Isaiah when he's healthy. He has Kareem Hunt. These aren't bad players. He has Travis Kelce, even though he's beefing with like such a random beef, but that's besides the point. Such a random beef, like. Saw that I was like, what's going on here? But it was like, what's going on here? But it's not like he didn't have any weapons. Like he was throwing at scrubs and guys like me out there. He has NFL caliber players. Like they were good. Xavier Worthy is the fastest player. I'm not gonna say
in the league,
but he's probably
in the league
fastest.
right now in the league.
When he's healthy,
like a close second.
Well, not anymore. But when Xavier Worthy is healthy. When Xavier Worthy is healthy, he's a threat. And then it's just like he's not an MVP. He's not an MVP conversation. Now, who is to me? Now, the MVP conversation is different this year because I feel like I could throw JS in it.
Yo, if we're being, because we talked about this before, Saquon last year, in my personal opinion, was probably
my MVP. That was my MVP.
That was my MVP last year.
He was the Eagles offense.
Bro, literally, he was the I talked to you about this. He was the closer for that team. When you needed a closer, for example, Rams in the playoffs, he made them call him Dad Man in the regular season and the playoffs. He called game against them in the playoffs in the snow. He
That was
called
crazy.
game. He dead called game in the first quarter against the Commanders last year in the championship. It was the first quarter he called game on the
Yeah.
first on his first rushing attempt. Bro went in for a touchdown. That was
Yeah.
my MVP last year. But this year, I feel as though, and I told my pops this, everything is opened. Everything is open
Yo,
this year
it's an
for real.
open MVP. You got Drake, man. You got Baker. You could throw Sam up
Yo,
there. You could throw JSN, Christian McCaffrey. You could go everywhere. Like it's so open right
everybody
now.
has
Jonathan
everybody has
Taylor, Daniel Jones. Like,
oh, wait, I'll say one award that's already signed, sealed, and confirmed is comeback player of the year, Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones. Yeah,
That's
that's
signed, sealed, and
that's
confirmed.
Daniel. That's Daniel.
That's signed, sealed, confirmed right there. Comeback player of
But
the year
if
is
he
Daniel
if he
Jones.
last except for the last game, he's 7-2.
No,
The
yeah,
last game was rough, but you know what I mean.
that
As long
it's
as
the
he keeps
Steelers
playing,
defense. It's
it's
it's the
just still
Steelers defense, to be honest.
they always Steelers always gonna have a good defense somehow, some
Exactly.
way. It's just destined in the Steelers. They're always gonna have a good defense.
That's their head coach.
That's just Mike Tomlin. He doesn't like
That's Mike
offense, but
Tyson.
defense, yeah, he loves defense. But
Yo,
but yeah,
what?
but
Like you can make a case for Jonathan Taylor. You
nah,
can make
yeah,
a case.
JT. I feel like JT is probably more
You can make
important
a
than Daniel
case.
Jones because
You can make
everybody
that.
it's like pick your poison. We got
ex-
either you worry about JT, worry about Daniel Jones. You feel me? That's
Exactly.
how I feel. But this MVP race is so open. But I don't see Josh. I don't see Josh Allen open Mahomes in there.
Exactly. That's literally what I'm saying. To be honest,
I
actually.
don't see.
All right. So Mahomes at 5. All right. So because my thing, like I said about the quarterback position, it's open right now. The quarterback position, it's open right now because the first
Super.
5 weeks you were like Baker Mayfield, Dak, Baker Mayfield, Dak, and then that Monday night game against Detroit. I
He
mean, granted
everybody's
injuries,
having a bad. Every MVP quarterback is gonna have a bad game. So
exactly,
we're gonna like we got to take that with a grain of salt.
exactly.
But Detroit is one of them ones. So
Detroit as a team is not even the if it's any time for Detroit, it's this year. It's
yeah,
this year for
it has to be
Detroit.
this year.
It has to be this year. I've said this about Buffalo as well. If it is to be any year, Buffalo, Baltimore, uh, Green Bay, if you want to throw that into the conversation, Tampa Bay. If y'all want it to be y'all year, it could be this year. Cause anytime in any place, anything can happen. Last week, basically every week you're 0-0 in the National
Hmm.
Football League this year. It's not like because yeah, we have a standing as to like, okay, who's going to be the number one seed? Who do we see getting into playoff pictures? Because playoff pictures are somewhat forming as we delve into the latter part of the year. But it's just like, okay, so what's going on placement wise? This is because this is one of the main reasons why I think the NFL should ban not not ban but get rid of the divisional seating. Like that, this is one of my main opinions about that because last year, even a few years ago, actually, the NFC South is a relatively poor division. It is going to be poor like this for a minute until you get like a Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, Jameis Winston. Who else is in that division? I did list 3 different quarterbacks from 3 different teams at the time. Uh,
Drew
and you
Brees.
had yeah, Drew Brees. Until you get a caliber like that of quarterbacks like that again, like the NFC South is going to be a poor division. This is why I really don't agree with the whole okay AFC East, AFC South, AFC West, AFC North, like those division tiers. I don't when it comes to playoff time because even with the whole Vikings and Detroit Lions from last year, the NFC North was relatively competitive last year, and it came down to that Sunday night game with the Vikings and
Vikings
Detroit.
and when the Vikings lost, right?
Exactly. They had to go to the 5th seed, and they were relatively a top 3 team in the NFC last year. So this is why one of the predominantly reasons I don't agree with that seeding because the record. Because if you were a great team last year and you're the 5th seed and you don't have any form of home field advantage, what was the point? You won over 14, won just about 14-3 last year. The the Detroit Lions had to win 15 just to get home field advantage, and they lost in the divisional round.
Yeah.
So I relatively, in my personal opinion, like I said, I don't really agree with the notion of there being and people have their opinions on this. I understand that's how it's been for the NFL. I understand it. But relatively, I just don't agree with how the playoff seeding is. My thing is, if you have the best record in the league, if the top 7 teams from each conference have the best record in their respective conference, those are the best. Those are the teams that should make the playoffs.
And the opposite conferences should face each. I like your thinking.
Ex-
I like
exactly,
your thinking.
exactly. Because honestly, it's like because like I said last year, the we all thought it was going to be Detroit, Philly, NFC Championship.
Yeah.
We all thought it was going to be that case, but
That
no.
would have been a great game though.
Oh
That would have
yes,
been a
oh
great
yes.
game.
But but the one thing I think people didn't take in consideration, especially last year, was Detroit had a lot of injuries on defense, and Jaden
Aiden
Daniels was
Hutchinson.
A Hudson, Kirby Smart, they had a whole lot of injuries on that. They had about what 13 players on defense that was hurt last year, and they still was the number 1 seed. Now imagine if they had a fully healthy defense,
We probably would have
and
saw undefeated 17-0.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
That would have been crazy.
Because I think the only losses they had last year The only loss they really had last year was against the Bills, I think. That was the loss. That was like, because that was a good game, because I think that was the loss they had last year. I gotta double check that again.
I think
One of the
that's
main
Josh
loss
Allen's MVP game right there.
that would because and I told you this, I told folk this. The winner of last year's AFC divisional between Lamar and Josh was gonna win MVP. I told folk this, like whoever wins this game gets MVP basically. It's not even up for debate. It really isn't. Whoever wins that game is gonna get MVP. And Josh Allen just so ended up to win that game. I'm not, and people will blame me. Gotta get back on topic. I'm not blaming Mark Andrews for that loss. I'm not. Yeah,
Now you
granted he
got
dropped
to.
the ball.
We have to. There's one thing we keep saying we're not blaming these players for certain losses. Though no, we have to. Like that's one thing. That's why I'm saying I can't be a GM because I'd be on that player's rump, that player's butt
Mhm,
for that loss because he had one job. He's a great tight end. He's a pro. He's a former Pro Bowler. He's an All Pro
mhm.
tight end. You couldn't catch a right here. It's not like it was a hard catch. It was I could catch that. It was right
But
here. It was the
here's why I defer with you. Here's why. They could have won the game in the third quarter, and I'm gonna say why. Because why is Derrick Henry hardly rushing that game when
Oh yeah, I
on
remember
top
that.
of that, it's a snow game, and the ball's gonna come out wobbly in the air. So, and you have a back such as Derrick Henry. Why aren't you using him?
He was
Why?
killing
Why?
them too on the ground.
Exactly on the ground as well. So
That could be
why
like
not?
another why not run the ball with Marshawn? But you know, what I mean, hindsight 2020. That's going
That's
to
that's
haunt the
that's
Ravens.
that's why I say it's not, in my personal opinion, it's not Mark Andrews' fault because they could have won that game in the third quarter. I mean, you take talking about what the fourth quarter where they went for a 2 point conversion, try to end the game, seal the game, not take it to overtime when they could have won the game earlier in that third quarter. If they just simply just passed the ball to Derrick Henry, I'm not saying all of that quarter, you could have drawn out time. You could have gone to maybe made you would have made a good drive in you had a solid possession when Lamar had the ball, and maybe it'll set up the play action fake because that's where the Ravens have their bread and butter. The bread and butter of them is just running the ball. And that creates opening in the field. Get it to Zay, get it to Bateman, get it to Isaiah Likely, get it to Mark Andrews. Once you get it to those type of players after running the ball, it creates separation and boom, you got a touchdown there. In my personal opinion, I think that game was closer than I thought it was. I thought the Rams were going to win probably by a score, been a field goal, but I touched on a field goal. So I think they were going to win by at least 10 points. But because I had, you know me last year, I had the Ravens going to the Super Bowl last year. I had
Yeah,
them go. It was going to be Detroit, Baltimore. That was my Super Bowl. But that was all
I
business
definitely
stuff.
had that too. Detroit,
Because
Baltimore.
like that Super Bowl would have feeded families. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That Super Bowl would have fed families. That would have been a good Super Bowl. But we got the Super Bowl we got, and that was that. I don't even get into that.
Yeah, nasty
But
Super Bowl.
uh, I think
I
we was
hate
all
Super Bowl
confused.
blowouts. I really do because it's like it's like it's so anticlimactic. You're building up to the best game of the season, two best teams going head to head, and it's just a blowout. That's so like It's like this. It feels disrespectful.
It is, you know, because it is disrespectful. And I will say, I disagree, but I agree with you at the same time. I mean, obviously, we blew out the Bills in '94 in the Super Bowl. We blew them out, but I would even dare to go back to the 2013 one with Seattle and Broncos. I will
Oh
go back
yeah,
to that
that
one
was nasty.
because granted, we had Legion of Boom and Joe Buck from ESPN. He talked about the interview that they had with Pete Carroll and that team. And oh my gosh, who was the coach for the Broncos at that time? I'll tell you her guy. But they had it was like complete two different atmospheres of both teams. On the Broncos, obviously you had Peyton, God rest his soul, Demarius Thomas, you had
Hmm.
Emmanuel Sanders, you had all of them boys like just calm, cool, collected, like, hey, what's going on? Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, what's going on? And then you got Seattle in that defense. Mind you, prime Legion of Boom.
Yeah, boom.
They dare to do a job, and their job is to win on Sunday night. That even Joe Buck, I'm not going to quote him, just a paraphrase. He was said the atmosphere in that locker room was like they're here to do a job. They're here to get this job done and get it to the perfection, then do it to its perfection. And you saw off that first a literal safety on the first play of the drive.
That's so nice. First play of the
That's
game,
set
safety.
first play of the game of the Super Bowl.
That's one thing. Like I feel like that's why I said the Eagles. The Chiefs got blown out last year. They were comfortable. They just
They
won two
got
Super Bowls in a row. Like, oh yeah, we finna three-peat set history, and
and
we
when
just beat
and
we
when
beat this team 2 years ago. Oh yeah, we in here.
But now, when you have that hunger, when you want,
Yeah,
that's why I said it's going to be a close. I said Philly was going to win, but it was going to be a close one. And I heard I was going for refs initially, but then I was just like, I gotta make a decision. Philly going to win this game, but it's going to be a close one. When I tell you right now, when Jalen Hurts started flinging that ball, me and my pops looking at each other like, what's going on here? What is going on? Because Patrick Mahomes last year, you on defense, you had to communicate all game long. You had to communicate. It was no if, ands, or buts. If you ain't communicate on defense against Patrick Mahomes, pack your stuff up
you
and go
losing.
home.
You just go
Pack your
home.
stuff up and
Just
go
go.
home. Just go home. But you saw on defense, they were communicating all game long. Them
Yo,
white
they was
boys,
dialed in. They were dialed in. Cooper
Cooper
DeJean,
DeJean, Braun,
Blankenship. Yo,
bro,
they were.
yo, they came there to do a job, and that's why I compare that Super Bowl to this Super Bowl because you already Patrick Mahomes is already a bona fide Hall of Famer. He can retire today. He can be in the Hall of Fame, maybe first ballot. He can be in their first ballot.
What he got 30,000, 15, was it 15, 30,000 passing yards, something like that. Three Super
Yeah,
Bowl wins.
three Super
Like, what
Bowl
we talking about?
MVPs, two MVPs, two regular
Two
season MVP.
MVP. Yeah, so it's just like,
If he retires today, he's set for life. He set well.
oh,
He's
he got
set
that
good.
$500 million contract. People forget about that. He has a 10-year,
10
5
years.
million.
10
That's an
years.
MLB contract right there in the NFL. That he
And also, in addition, I want to applaud, and I don't give applaud to Patrick Mahomes like this. He restructures his contract.
he's smart
I,
because he wants to keep building his
he
team.
wants to. This is why I have somewhat of an issue with Dak. This is partly
Yeah,
because
because
my thing, 60 milli.
you could stretch that out couple years, 60 mil. Like that's like a 4 or 5 year contract. If we being honest, that's extra money that could go to the defense. We don't need the 60 mil on offense. We maybe an old lineman, cool. We could probably use an old lineman to replace Terrence
Exactly.
Steele. But at
Exactly.
that point, we don't really need to
We
replace,
don't.
bro.
We
We
don't.
need money for the defense.
We
That's why we didn't pay Mike. I mean, yeah, well, that's why we ain't pay Micah. Because Dak wanted 60
because
mil for
even
what, 4 years?
Micah quoted this. He wanted to be a Cowboy for life. He wanted it.
He wanted to get drafted there. So
He
did Miles
wanted
Garrett. But you know what I mean? That's besides the point. I
no
saw a
Miles.
video.
No. Miles Garrett is digging himself a hole he can't dig himself. He
Oh, yeah,
can't dig
yeah.
himself out of.
He
He
wanted the
dug
money.
himself that hole.
He
He
wanted
dug
money.
himself of
He
that
wanted
hole.
that
Not
money.
him.
And
He doesn't want to rank. He wants that money. He dug
he
himself that
wanted the
hole.
money.
Stay in that hole. Stay there. Cause you said I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of losing. Yada
He
yada
wrote,
yada.
he wrote that
This
whole letter.
franchise like, oh yeah, thank you to all Cleveland Browns fans. And the next turnaround, oh yeah, I've signed a 5-year, 298 deal with the Cleveland Browns. I
298?
know, 198. My fault.
Oh, I was
198.
about, I was,
198. My
I was
fault.
about to
My
say,
fault. That's
damn.
198. 198. My fault. I might be shorting him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might be shorting him.
I
I'm
think
not gonna
it
lie.
might be around that because that's their literal best player. But you know
Exactly.
that really because I remember when they were starting to do trade talks with Michael when he requested that trade. I kept seeing Max Crosby, Miles Garrett, and who else? Who else? No, that was them.
Trey
It was just
Hendrickson. Trey
oh yeah, it was
Hendrickson.
Trey. It was Trey. It was Trey. We still could have got Trey this year. I like Quinn Williams more than Trey though. But that's besides. We gonna get to that later.
Yeah.
We gonna get to that later.
I ain't gonna
Look,
lie. That's you. No, you right. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie to you. You right because Trey Hendrickson shows up. He shows
he,
up. I'll give him
but
credit. He shows up. But when
he's a
you
baller. He's old though. He's 30
exactly, and
something.
we not gonna get enough time with him. We're not gonna get that much time. We're
We're
not.
not.
And right now, Dak is in his 10th year.
So he's 30. Oh no, he's like 32, 30. He might be 33. He's getting
Dak
old.
is Dak is we're nearing the end with Dak. We're not
But
nearing
I feel
yet,
like
but
the
like
older he's getting, the better he's getting.
that's the
He's
thing.
aging
And we're
like
wasting
wine.
it. We're wasting it. He's getting more experience by the year, but we're wasting it. As an organization, we're wasting
Wasting
it.
it.
We're wasting his talent. We're wasting his potential. We're wasting everything that Rain Dakota Prescott is. We're wasting it. In my personal opinion, I thought he was going to the Raiders. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought before he signed that contract last year, I thought because remember, the Aussies needed a quarterback. They needed a QB at that time.
You was thinking he Dak Prescott would dip. I could
I'm
see.
not
Oh
gonna.
yeah, we could. Cause low key, if he did leave, who was in the nah? We could have got Jackson. That would have been a cool little.
We could have got Shador.
I don't think we should do it. Oh yeah, he was. I remember that he was supposed to be a Cowboy. It was
He
either
was
the Raiders
because
or
because
Dallas.
because I think Dion was
Was
supposed to
talking to
become.
Jerry.
I mm-hmm.
He was
But
trying. They was talking about him being a
remember. You know how Jerry is about his ego. You know how Jerry is. That
Oh
man
yeah,
has
Dion wouldn't have clicked with him at all.
it. They would have never saw eye to eye. Dion wants to win. The difference between Dion and Jerry is Dion wants to win. Jerry wants to make bread. But my thing is, doesn't winning generate bread?
It definitely does. You would want to support a winning team, but Shotty isn't a bad counter. It's
No,
not a
he
bad.
is. No, actually, because actually he isn't. I'll definitely say because I had my initial thoughts about it, and I was skeptical. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Initially, I
was
was
too because
skeptical.
we this the same offensive coordinator that led us to be 7-10 last year.
You like,
I don't
and
know.
but you gotta remember, McCarthy,
Oh yeah, Mike. I forgot about him. I
that
definitely forgot
waffle,
about it.
that Waffle House of a play sheet,
I
that
forgot about
Waffle
Mike McCarthy.
House menu of a play sheet, bro. Bro
Yeah, that
was
was so
looking
nasty.
for.
And
But
it's so nasty because Dak Prescott with 2023, Dak Prescott should have won MVP over Lamar. He
he
didn't.
should have. He should have, but
This year, I got Dak winning as my MVP. He's not because our team's not performing as it's supposed to be. Our defense is giving up 27 points before halftime to Denver.
bro,
And it's
bro,
not Denver's
bro,
offense
bro.
is solid, but they're not. It's not like they're that on offense. Denver
They're
was
not.
for three
They're
quarters they couldn't do
not.
a thing against the Giants. I don't know what happened. They turned up in the fourth, but
They're
that's
not, bro.
and
They're not.
it's
They're
just nothing
not.
we could
That's the
do.
thing. They're not because my thing isn't about this defense, and I'm probably gonna crash out. I gotta put a jar aside. I gotta put like probably a board and be had behind me on days I haven't crashed out due to Matt Eberflus. I'm probably gonna put a board behind me. Dog, I'm gonna tell you this. We're last in rushing yards allowed on defense.
We're last in everything.
We're last in passing yards allowed. We're last in first downs allowed. We're last in third down conversions. We're
Yeah.
last in fourth down conversions. We're last in touchdowns allowed per game. We're last in points allowed per game.
I'm not gonna lie. As a GM, I feel like you should pride the defense more than the offense. Because what is the saying? It's not offense wins championships. Offense wins games, but what wins championships? Defense.
Defense.
And Jerry Jones, we need to get what's bro name from Ohio? Caleb Downs. We gotta get him. If he somehow
We're
falls
not
to us,
getting Caleb Downs, bro. I'm
where
letting you know
I
that
feel
right
like the
now.
season, I
That's a
don't
fever
know.
dream. That's a
The
fever dream.
season's over. Why are we fighting?
I don't know.
I
We're
I
three,
I,
six, and
it's,
one.
I feel like we could. With three, oh yeah, we are 3-6-1. I feel like all right, we could steal a couple games here and there, give us some hope, keep our morale
That's
up. But
that's the thing. Jerry Jones wants us to have hope. Jerry Jones wants us to have hope, and hope with Jerry Jones is false hope. He just wants our money. That's all he wants.
he
He
just
wants he wants seats at Jerry Road. He just wants seats at AT&T Stadium. That's all he wants. That's literally all he wants. Instead of taking, you know what's best for us? You know what? Let's trade for Quinn Williams. That will give us hope. That will give us something to look forward to for the rest of the season. Let's sign middle linebacker Logan Wilson.
we traded a 7 for bro.
All we
So
can
it was a
do.
scam. Nobody's really. I mean, unless you got a Brock Purdy pick, but that's the chance of that is slim to none. So it's just like a 7 for 8
Brock
is
Purdy's just a
really.
system QB. He's a
He
system
really is.
QB.
So is Jalen.
Okay. Oh God.
And
Oh
I was
God.
thinking about this take a couple days ago. This is going to be the hottest take I ever say. You
Yeah,
put
you.
if Justin Fields got drafted to Philly instead of Jalen Hurts, they would have probably been in the same situation. Yes.
Have you seen Justin
Justin,
Fields in
have
the
you seen the
pocket?
teams? Have you seen the teams Justin Fields have played with?
Ohio State,
I didn't want.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but let's look at their old lines compared to Jalen Hurts all time old lines.
Have you seen? Have you seen? I'm gonna send this. Have you
Justin Fields
seen
was
Justin
hooping at
Fields
Pittsburgh before he got benched
in
for
in
Russell.
in the pocket?
Yeah, it's not the best. It's really not the best,
It's.
but
I hate when people say this.
Jalen
I
Hurts
hate
can't
when
pass
people
under the
say
center.
what?
He can't. He can't. He can't. And we Jalen Hurts, he gets under look, he get under the center, he starts shaking. He starts shaking. He gets to shaking. He's like, oh,
Bruh.
do I gotta pass the ball? Where's Saquon? Where's Saquon? Saquon's not here? What do I do? What do I do? Huh? Overthrow? What are we talking about? Jalen Hurts, they both got their flaws. They both got their glaring flaws. But as a quarterback, you should be able to pass from under the center. He's over here. What is his cadence? What is his cadence? Whatever his cadence is, he's down here with it. He's not even he's down here with it. Because for whatever reason, he likes to bench press 600 pounds. He's down, he's squatting. So he's sitting and he gets to panicking because if it's not a handoff or a design QB run from under the center, he's done up. That's why I'm saying Justin Fields, bro. If you put Justin Fields, he probably would have, and that's the thing. Justin Fields could have developed to being a good pocket passer if he had Philadelphia's O-line. He came into the NFL getting hornswoggled by the Bears O-line. Then what? He went to Pittsburgh. Their O-line's a little better. It's not the best. It's a little better. And then when he went to Pittsburgh, what? He started hooping. Let me pull up his stats when he was hooping in Pittsburgh. Because, it's like, hold on. What Justin Fields stats at?
Oh, crying. This dude went in the pocket position. This dude went in cadence formation.
Like,
was that pistol? Was that pistol?
It was like it wasn't shotgun. Shotgun's down here. He's cool in shotgun. Pistol's right here. It was the I formation. He was right here. He can't pass out of his pistol. He get the panicking.
Pistol formation.
Pistol. He get the panicking. And Justin, bro, and it's like Justin Fields was hooping in Pittsburgh though. That's the crazy. It's not even like he was bad. He was hooping in Pittsburgh. He went 5. He had 1,100 yards. He was 5 for 1. His touchdown interception was 5 to 1. Like
I forgot my point. I forgot the point I was gonna make. I forgot the point I was gonna make. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
bro, that Cam Newton cadence. Ready?
Like he right here when he get his soul starts shaking. Like he don't know what to do under the center. Like and we saw that in the Giants game. That Giants game really was the cherry on top.
First one? That first one?
Yeah, the first one. I forgot they played again. I'm gonna keep it. I forgot they played again.
Because actually, honestly, I'm so real with you. I don't like how the NFL did divisional games somewhat for this year. It was like I like how they do it toward the end of the season. Whereas, okay, you gotta play your
one at the
divisional
beginning.
rival.
And then
exactly,
at the end, yeah.
when it matters, because I like divisional games when it matters. Like for example, I brought up last year when it came to Minnesota and Detroit. I like divisional games that matter. I love that. If you playing for something, if both teams are playing for something, it makes it more competitive. For example, that Ravens and Bengals game a few years ago when the Bills had a chance to get into the playoffs. That was a good game. I like divisional games when they actually are like playing for something, not just like divisional standings. Like we know every game matters, but and not only do you get bragging rights, you get that dub when you actually need it. So it actually builds something for that team specifically.
Yeah.
So I did forgot the point I was gonna make. You had me on the floor. I'm like about Jalen Hurts. Oh, you say he can't pass through the middle. So what did he do over the Super Bowl?
No, I said he can't pass from the under the center.
Oh,
I
okay, okay,
didn't. I
okay.
was talking about under
I thought you were talking about some. Oh,
Nah,
okay,
he could
but
probably
okay.
he could throw the deep ball occasionally, but under the center, he
Oh yeah,
becomes fragile. He
that
doesn't know what he's
that
doing.
his play action fake gotta be. He has to work on that. I'm not gonna lie to you. His play action fake gotta work because
Yo,
my thing
he
because
stinks.
Lamar Jackson under play action fake. You don't know if I will say arguably Lamar Jackson has a clean play action fake because you don't know if he's gonna run. You don't know if he's gonna
You
pass
really
it. Derrick
can't.
Henry.
You
You
don't
can't
know.
predict it. You
That's
can't.
the beauty of the Ravens offense, though. Lamar
Exactly.
Jackson and Derrick Henry. I'm not gonna say Lamar's a running back. He's not a running back, but he has the skill set
Anybody
to.
any
He
anybody
has
who
the
says he's a running back is a
ignorant.
casual. They're
He's just
casual.
they're ignorant. Lamar is a great
They're,
QB. He could throw that thing.
he
He could
proved
tote the
no
field.
honestly he proved it to me because I'm not gonna lie. His first 3 years, I'm like, bro, throw the ball. Prove these haters wrong. Throw the ball. And then when he went for that 4,000 season, I think the year prior, bro. I'm like he been trying to tell y'all, and mind you, his former coach from Louisville came back to coach him. So that was also a plus one for Lamar. Because not only you have to worry about him when it came to running, oh snap, this dude can throw the ball. So when you have those things set in under wraps, you're straight. You're
Yeah.
balling. You're balling. You are balling. All right. All right. So
We
we
went
gonna
over
conclude.
Mahomes. We went over
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes. Let me
We
see
gonna
what we went
conclude
over.
this.
Oh, we
We
gotta
gonna
go to
go.
Jaden Daniels injury. Brutal. Brutal. Throwing arm too. It was his throwing arm. It was
when
nasty, but
when when
it's
I
a
tell you,
dislocation. So
no, he's done for the season. He's done for the season. When I
oh
tell
yeah,
you
but
right
that
now, I saw that replay.
him and Cam. I don't know which
Cause
one is worse, Cam or him.
I'm not gonna lie to you, they
I
were
think it
probably
might be
equally.
Cam.
It
Oh,
was
because
equally
they both
nasty.
need it.
They
If Cam
both
dislocated his
dislocated.
arm, he'll be all right.
That's Cam
But
CTE
Jaden Daniels,
Scatterboo. What you want? That's Cam CTE
yeah. So
Scatterboo.
like he'll be all right, but that's his ankle. Like as a running back, any lower
Yeah,
body injury, that's
yeah.
detrimental. Same as a quarterback, you could take an ACL tear. You know what I mean? If you could throw the ball, if you could really throw the
It
ball,
depends on the age. It depends on how old you are for pure
he's young.
quarterback.
He's young.
He's young, so he's good with that. But it might, but it's not even in his throwing arm. It's not even with his throwing arm.
He's not his throwing
Hurt.
arm.
It's not his throwing
Okay, so
arm.
he good. He all right.
He good technically speaking because it wasn't his throwing arm. So
I
I'll
thought it was
definitely
his
say
throwing arm.
scat. Nah, I'll
Scat had the
definitely say
worst injury.
scat. I'll definitely say scat because the Giants were getting into a groove when Jackson Dart started playing more games and scat. They were getting
They were
into a
getting into
groove.
groove. They were
And
close.
then
They were almost winning a lot of games. They was up in the Philly game before he got hurt, if I'm not
I ain't gonna
mistaken.
lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That
If
Broncos game was
we
nasty.
if we touched the because we got to play
MetLife.
Giants again. We got
We
to
gotta
play
go to
Giants
MetLife.
again. No,
But yeah, we gotta go to
we
MetLife.
need to go to MetLife. If we played them again,
We probably
bro,
would have lost. We had a good
we
chance of
would have
losing.
lost. We would lose.
Now I
And
don't know if even if they weren't hurt and we still made the additions, we probably oh no, the pass. Yeah, we can't go at the
exactly,
pass. We can't
Rondell
Wandale
Robinson,
Robinson was looking like Tyreek
yo,
Hill out there. We can't defend the
yo,
pass. You would
yo,
have thought Wandale Robinson was
what?
really that. You would
What? And Jalen Hyder looking like a Michael Gallup 2.0? Yo. Yo. Bruh, that's what I'm saying. If Scat and if they actually had a healthy and Malik Neighbors, If they had a fully and we saw what Malik Neighbors did to us that first game.
That fully healthy offense is their defense is a
Questionable.
tad bit overrated.
Questionable.
It's really their
Questionable.
coordinator because my man's David, who's in the fantasy group chat. He's a big
Yeah.
Giants fan. He's
Yeah.
saying I'm not watching all the Giants games. The only Giants games I'm watching is the ones I got
Against
money
Dallas.
on in Dallas. Like that's the only
Yeah.
ones I'm watching. So
Mm-hmm.
what he's saying is they got Abdul Carter in coverage. He's not rushing the QB like he was drafted for. Brian Burns is guarding people. Like as if I was a Giants coordinator, I have Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns,
You have a good
Kayvon
front
Thibodeau.
four. You have
That
a
front
good
four
front four.
and
Worry about them pressuring. Worry about
on
pressuring that
paper,
QB.
if I was that defense coordinator, I'm spamming blitzes. I'm getting because what O line is really stopping all
Especially
four of
on
them?
second and third down. I'm blitzing on second and third down. First down, okay, they get like what, a 3-yard run or a 3-yard pass. All right, cool, calm. Blitz them. And especially for that third down, blitz them. If I'm them, I'm 67% on third downs, I'm blitzing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm blitzing because especially if you're facing a mobile quarterback like a Jalen Hurts, like a Josh Allen, like a Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes is the leading rusher on the Kansas City Chiefs. My thing
He
is
is.
why? Yes, he's the leading rusher on the Kansas City Chiefs.
They
That's
are
how
so
bad.
sorry. They
That's
are
how
so
bad.
sorry.
That's how bad the running back room is. Patrick Mahomes is their leading rusher. He's their leading rusher, bro. That's how bad it is,
I actually
bro.
didn't know that. They are so
Cause
sorry.
when I tell you right now, because when the Chiefs played the Giants, you had that front four. Have the quarterbacks, the linebackers, and the safeties worry about the wide receivers. If that front four can make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable, it's game over. We've seen it before. Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. We've seen it.
It just
Honestly,
happened. It just happened the other game. What game was it? Was it the Bills?
Bills. It was the Bills.
Yeah, it
It
just
was the
happened the other
Bills.
game.
But the difference is, and the reason why I didn't want to bring it up because obviously Josh Allen's gonna beat him in the regular season. That's a fact.
Oh, when
They're
it comes
gonna
to the
be
playoffs, I don't know what's going on when they come to the playoffs. Some teams elevate and some teams just plummet. Like the
coaching.
Cowboys, coaching. It's the experience because even if we do make the playoffs this year, we're one and done. Even like we're one and done. So it's
We gotta
like,
drop a 50 burger in order
oh
to
yeah,
win.
that's where bro. We are the Bengals. The
We
Bengals and
have
us
to
are the
drop a
same thing.
we have to drop a 50 burger in order to win. We have to
I ain't gonna lie. I got Chase Brown requesting a trade this year in the
uh,
offseason.
if because my thing is because Chase Brown started
Yeah,
off rough. He
he started
started
off, but then they
rough.
got Joe Flacco back. And then the Joe Flacco came back. He's elevating. Chase Brown's coming back up. Yeah, because I
See
was
Higgins
yeah.
getting more touches. Because my thing is, the Bengals have something to play for. If they're able to get to the playoffs and Joe Burrow is
Joe
actually
Burrow's coming
healthy,
back November. He's coming back this month, actually. So
exactly. So if they have something to play, it's different if you're like what in the position where the Jets are in, and you're 1-7, and right
like
now
they gave up on the season. They're done.
exactly. Like
I
these
would do the
past
same if
two,
I
I
was
just
Miami. I would do the same. I would have if I was Miami, I would have put the Jets, got rid of Bradley Chubb, Minka, whoever I could get value for. I'm cutting them.
Tyreek.
I mean, nobody's signing that man leg quite
What?
literally. Nobody's trading for
Nah,
Tyreek.
I wouldn't do that. Don't. I wouldn't do that about Tyreek now. I think honestly he ate his words because the first season when he was on Miami, he said that Tua was the most accurate passer he had. He's just eating his words right now. That's all
He
he
was
is.
just
He's just
hyping his QB up. That's all it
ex-
was. That's
exactly.
all.
And
That's
in
all it
all
was.
actuality, we knew that Patrick Mahomes was a more accurate passer than Tua. But
Yeah.
all Tyreek is doing right now is just eating his words. And my personal opinion, when healthy, Tyreek is a top 5 wideout. When
Oh, no doubt.
healthy,
Yeah, but
he's a.
are we ever going to see that again? Because he tore
I
three
think so.
ligaments. He
Ooh.
tore ACL, PCL, and something else. He tore 3 ligaments and his leg broke
I I
on
I
top of that.
I I think his speed might diminish, and that's the key part of his game.
That's his game. It's his
That's his.
speed.
But
Cutting on a dime. Like
I don't think I think we selling him. I think we need to see because injuries can either make or break a person. Tyreek Hill's what 32 now. He has about a good maybe 3, if not 4 years left in
if
the
he
league.
didn't
Maybe.
get hurt, he probably had 2 years left. If he
Yeah,
didn't get hurt. But now that's like cuts of maybe a couple games.
maybe if that because
Yeah.
I I just don't
I,
know because
he's
Tyreek is
probably
like
done up though.
it's a sensitive topic with Tyreek. It's a very a person that need no, it's not a person. It's the team, and I hate to get off topic here. The Atlanta Falcons. Lord have mercy, the Atlanta Falcons. They are the most consistent team in the National Football
Yo,
League.
one
That's
day they look like they have the one of the best. They on paper they kind of do. I don't know. Like Kyle Pitts is such an anomaly to me. For years, I've been trying to wrap my head around what's going on in Atlanta with Kyle Pitts. Because if he was in any other team, he'd be a top three tight end, no doubt. Kyle Pitts is 6'4", 260, running a 4.3 or 4.4.
coming out of Florida. Coming out of Florida.
Like I promise you, I ain't gonna lie.
SEC.
When is his contract here? Is it? Did he get resigned? Is he a free agent?
I gotta check that. That's
Yeah,
a great question.
if he's a free agent, somebody got to get on that. Low key,
Hey Siri, when is Kyle Pitts last year in Atlanta? I did not know we were going to talk about this. Lord have mercy. Kyle Pitts. Okay, I'm looking. I'm typing this in. I'm typing this in.
I think it is. I can't lie. I don't remember seeing him getting re-signed.
Contract.
No, it is this year. It is this year. You want to know
Because
why?
he signed a 5th-year option. He signed a 5th-year option.
It is
That's
this year.
why.
So, because
He
Micah,
still his rookie deal.
yeah,
Lord
Micah,
have
they came in this Micah, Justin Fields, and they came in the same class. I remember I was watching
Came in. That's crazy.
They came in at the
Bruh.
same time. Yep.
I think he's gonna stay only because of the potential. When you have a top two back in Bijan, Drake London,
Drake May, or
you have a good
Drake London.
Yeah, you have a situation. You have a good situation. I just think it's the coaching staff. Because my thing, the Miami Dolphins,
they have the pieces. Well, except
they
for Tua.
have the pieces.
Except for Tua, they got.
No, I'm talking about Atlanta.
Oh,
you said the Dolphins. What pieces? No, I'm talking about Atlanta. Atlanta had the pieces. Atlanta, they have the pieces.
Michael Penix, he's looking nice.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So what is it? What is it?
I don't know, man. Because it's like give Michael Penix 2-3 more years. He might be in the top 5 discussion.
My thing is like, what is it? Because the defense is a good defense on paper. The offense is a great offense on paper. Special teams. I don't know why you got rid of Young Wei Koo on the Falcons. So it has to be the coaching staff. Because you give any player the environment that Michael Penix have, and any key player, any wideout, any tight end, any offensive, they have a great offensive line. So my thing is, what's going on? It has to be the coaching. There's no other answer. There is logically no other answer than the coaching. It just has to be the coaching. There's no way, bro. No way.
I don't know. It don't make no sense. But as a dream scenario, and I feel like it's kind of realistic too. Like we could make this happen. As a Cowboys fan, this might sound a little crazy, but Kyle Pitts, imagine that.
Nah, it's a good theory, but
it's a good in theory, that might be the thing that put if Ferguson not Ferguson, what's it? Dalton Schultz.
Yeah,
Dalton Schultz. I don't know why he went to the Texans. I'm gonna keep it
because because remember, CJ still had a good year the year prior. You gotta remember that he had a good year the year prior, rookie of the year. We expecting nothing but up from there. But
it's just when you have a terrible
when you have a terrible offensive line,
yeah.
And mind you, Tank Dell is still injured on IR.
I don't know what's going on. Tank Dell might not even play again. He broke his leg so many times, bro. I can't. He's getting to that Tua range for me. Like it's like every time you suit up, is it even worth it? Because Tua, I feel
Tua
like
needs to retire.
He's done. Because I'm not even gonna lie, he was playing good before the injuries, before the concussions. He was playing good. He was doing a great thing. But
no distance to Tua, Roll Tide, obviously. But Tua needs to retire for his kids. He needs to retire for his kids, and while he still has breath in his body, Tua needs to retire. Because God forbid that brother gets one more concussion. You don't know if he's getting up. You don't know if he's staying on the ground. God forbid. So Tua needs to leave. He after this contract, bruh. Be a coach, be a quarterback coach, be a good because he's good calling plays. He's good doing that. So, like, please, Tua, we don't want anything to happen to you, bro. We don't. But God forbid you get hit in the head one more time by a linebacker going full throttle at you. You're done. You're cooked. I'm not even lying. You're cooked, bro. You for real cooked. And that's the one thing about the NFL. Like, head injuries are serious.
That's why I like the Guardian caps. They look a little goofy, but they're starting to grow on me.
What?
Look at Romeo Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs out there looking like a bobblehead. Yo, I was on Instagram the other day, and it was a guest as player thing. It was giving the colleges and all that. I didn't even have to think of the colleges. You want to know why? Because I saw the bobblehead. I was like, oh yeah, that's Romeo Dobbs. That's Romeo.
You know what's crazy when you know that player just because of the Guardian cap.
It's the Guardian cap. That's Romeo. Like, yo, I was like, oh yeah, Romeo Dobbs. He's the only player that's really rocking that right now.
Exactly. That's really the only person, unless like you on special teams. But I don't really know anybody on offense.
Yeah, I swear I can't. Really he's the only player I've seen with my eyes rocking the Guardian cap.
And he rocking well. I'll give him that. He rocking well.
He hooping. But yo, speaking against coaching staff, man.
As we conclude,
this guy Matt Eberflus. When I was watching,
you know what? I don't need to crash out. Quick disclaimer, you guys. I'm not talking until Tahmeer is done because he has wonderful things to say about this man. Tahmeer, Cashmoney.
Yeah, this man, Matt Eberflus. I've been a football fan for the longest. I've played football, so it's just like I love defense. So when I'm sitting here watching Deron Bland in zone, like he didn't get paid because he was a man DB, like he didn't get paid for sticking on people and waiting for the ball to come his way. You got him in zone. I saw him. He was where's the clip? He was shaking. Why you think, Mark? He was shaking. His legs were shaking. He was chopping his feet. He was shaking. Marvin Harrison didn't even do too much. He came off the line. Did this? Yo, he hit the nay on the way down. Matt, what are we doing? What are we doing? The best games we had on defense, and we still let up 23. Was it 24 points to the Jets? The Jets? It was the Jets. Yo, we get one good defensive play a game guaranteed. The rest is we'll see. Like against the Broncos, we got the pick, went downhill. It just went downhill. After the pick, we gave up. We was like, the game over. Pick, okay, it's over. Who cares? Game over. Huh. We don't need to play no more defense. Game over. We let off. What was the Green Bay and Giants game back to back? No, it was Green Bay, Chicago. It was Giants, Chicago, then Green Bay. We let. Hold on. In the span of 3 games. Hold on. Pull it up.
Because I got a song. I have a song to perfectly describe. Describe this. Oh my god.
In the span of 3 games. Hold on. Where is it at? Yo, hold on. We gave up 40, 31, and 40. I'm pretty good at math. You know what I mean? I'm pretty solid. That's 101 points right. No, that's either 111 or 101 points right there. That's not normal. That's not normal. That's not normal. That is far from normal. And then what? We gave up 22. We gave up 30 to the Panthers. Panthers aren't bad, but oh my God. That last drive frustrated my soul so badly. 44 to the Broncos. You can describe this. That's 44 to the Broncos. You had the Broncos looking like they had the best offense. Cardinals. That's
the only way to describe
the Cardinals. I think we lost that Cardinals game on offense. No,
and calls and calls.
The flags. That's another thing. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot with the flags. We don't need to touch the offense. The offense is hooping right now. It's the defense. We have to look at the defense. Hopefully this bye week come back. We hoop. We got the Raiders, and I'm looking at the schedule.
Bro, the last part of our season is crazy. We struggled the first part. Now we gotta struggle more. I think we have the Chiefs. We
The
got the
Chiefs, the Eagles, the
Vikings,
Lions, the Vikings,
Lions,
the Chargers,
the
Commanders.
Bills.
Commanders no, we don't got the Bills.
We don't play the Okay, good. We don't play the Bills.
No,
God,
we
thank
go.
you. God,
We
thank
got the
God, thank you.
Commanders and then the Giants. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being brutally honest,
We're losing.
I feel like
Bro,
we could beat the Raiders.
obviously.
Philly, they did just get some corners.
Bro. On this, and before we end this, I want to just say the steal of this trade deadline is Jalen Phillips to the Philadelphia
What
Eagles.
did they get him for? A seventh?
I think so. Something around. I think a sixth rounder. I gotta check. Hold up.
It
I gotta
wasn't a
check.
lot. It wasn't a lot. So now they got
It
Jalen Carter,
wasn't a lot.
they got Jalen
It
Carter,
wasn't
Jordan
a
Davis,
lot.
uh,
That's the sad part about it. It
what's his
wasn't even
name?
a lot,
Yo, that Philly defense is getting nasty. They spent the first
bro.
round on a Jets corner because
Bro,
that was really the bright spot on the Jets was their defense. Their defense was solid. The offense is I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we played Philly, then we played the Chiefs, then we played Detroit. That's 3 weeks in a row. We got
bro.
a gauntlet.
When I tell you right now, Jalen Phillips is about a ball crazy. That dude is about a ball crazy. Okay, yeah, they traded. Okay, for a 2026 third rounder. Just are you? Yo, this kid's about ball. This kid is
Yo,
about ball.
and then the
This kid's
thing
about
is,
ball.
I can't lie.
This dude's about hoop.
This might to be a hot take, but I kind of feel like we still a game. We might steal a couple of these games.
I was thinking
We at
that.
we at
I was
home against
overzealous.
Philly.
We at home against Kansas City.
We at home against Philly. We at home against Kansas. We go to Detroit. We're probably going to get
We're
hornswoggled in
gonna
Detroit.
we're going to
They're
get
going to
belt to
slaughter us. So I'm
behind.
not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here
We're
and give
gonna
us hope for
get
Detroit.
treatment, bro. We're going to
It-
get treatment.
it's bad,
for real.
but we
That's a
got.
game I
It
can
just
skip.
depends on how we do it. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that game. I'm not even going to put myself through.
We,
I'm not going to do it.
we can skip that game. We can skip that game for real.
We got a lot of home games coming up, dude. Like if we got a lot of home games coming up. We face the Raiders in Las Vegas. The Raiders are kind of stink.
Brock Bowers is the only thing, like, realistically.
Well, they traded Jacoby Myers. Trey Tucker
To the-
isn't really that much a threat. Aston Genty struggling behind that O-line. That's what they need to focus on. If they really want
O-line.
Aston Genty to do what he did in
his
college,
full potential.
you
get
need
that
to
off.
worry about the O-line.
Because you see the gaps that Jonathan Taylor has on that Indianapolis.
Oh, yo, that O-line
offense.
is nasty. I thought Quentin. No, they
Bruh.
was a couple years ago. They were saying Quentin Nelson was done. Nah, he ain't done.
Bruh, that the openings that Jonathan Taylor has on that offensive line is insane.
I could run for 100 yards
Bruh.
against that with that O-line.
I could get 3 touchdowns a game with
I can
that
get
offensive line.
That O-line is nasty. So
Yo,
like, we're gonna
you
see how big of an impact Quentin Williams is gonna have against that O-line.
Bro, all we can do is pray that something good comes out of this on defense.
Yo, that Raiders game we're gonna see that our real first challenge against Philly, but I kind of I got the Cowboys.
Okay, so if you look at the schedule, give your analysis on what the final record could be.
What are we right now? We 3-6-1.
6-1. Yep.
Jeez Louise, that is the weirdest schedule. That is the weirdest. Like, all right, so look, I'm in 2023.
I did not have us in a tie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not.
I really thought we was gonna lose that game. I got to keep it a buck with everybody.
Facts.
So I think we beat Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm like leaning 80% to Las Vegas. Philly,
it's gonna be a tough one.
Yo, that's gonna be a tough. It's not gonna be like last year how we had nobody. They're gonna get 2 blowout wins. Nah, they're probably gonna win the division. The chance of us getting in NFC East slim to none, unless Philly falls off a cliff. So boom.
That has to be with the AJ Brown thing. That's a discussion for.
I'm surprised he didn't get traded. That's what
they're not trading him. They're not trading him.
We're gonna see some drama.
Because my thing is with this whole AJ Brown thing, and we gotta conclude. My whole thing with this whole AJ Brown thing is, you won a Super Bowl. That's what you want to get. Granted, you want your catches. Granted, you want this, but it affects the play. It not only affects the team, it affects the play calling. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Now play calling has to think, okay, we have to get the ball to AJ Brown to feed his ego a little bit, and then we could go to our original game plan, and that kind of disrupts the team because it's just like, okay, why do we have to feed this dude's ego? Devontae Smith ain't say nothing about a word. Dude's just balling and want a ball. Point blank about Devontae Smith. Devontae just want a ball. AJ just wants his reps. I get that. I do. I get that. But bruh, it's not just you in the game. Dallas Goedert gotta get his touches as well. Saquon, a catching running back as well. We've seen it before. Devontae Smith,
Yeah.
he's more of a deep route or a slant type of guy. But my thing is, every time AJ Brown says something negative about the offense and where the offense is going, it leads to more division than it is unity. And the last thing you want, especially heading into playoff time, is division. And you do not want that because we've seen it before what division on a team does to a team, especially headed toward playoff time. They're not communicating on the same level that they were. When you get that chip, once you get that, oh yeah, I got a ball, yada yada, nobody could tell me nothing, and it gets to your head and it starts affecting your team. That's when you have to rewind back and just be like, oh, I have to get back in that mind space where when I didn't have a chip, because that's what Jalen Hurts said. On to the next.
Now I feel like I don't think that's what's going on with AJ Brown. I really think it's like this. I feel like he's frustrated with the offense because they're not performing how they were last year. That offense Philly had last year was 20 times better than what they got this year. It was
Bro,
way better.
I get the fact,
It
but
might be the
that's true.
coaching staff. I think it might be the coaching staff, but
It
I really
is.
think
I'm gonna
it's
tell you
this.
why. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you
But
why.
but
Go
I
ahead.
think I think AJ Brown is just like as a football player. It's not even that. It's like when you competitive and you
Mm-hmm.
watching your team struggle against teams, you feel like y'all should just blow out.
And
It
dog
starts
walk.
messing with your mentality. It starts messing
Mm-hmm.
with you. It's not. I don't think it's like the fact like okay, I need touches because I'm the offense. Oh, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
diva of the team. Oh, I need this down the third. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
like I need touches because I can help the team win. If that was
Mm-hmm.
the case, you would have heard about AJ Brown in Tennessee when he was dealing with Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. When they was
Bro,
force feeding
bro.
Derrick Henry,
If that ain't a memory, if that
and when they
ain't
was
a
force feeding
what?
Derrick Henry, they was force feeding that boy. But they traded AJ Brown and he came to Philly. He didn't complain in Tennessee.
You
It's not
didn't.
because he
I'll
got the
say that.
contract. It's not
You're
because he
right.
got the Super Bowl. It's because he want to win. He's in Philly. He's in a
Mm-hmm.
position that he can win. I think he
Mm-hmm.
kind of figured in Tennessee they're probably not going to win. All of that offense is what Derrick Henry and him. What
That's all it is.
was Delaney Walker even there still? No, he was gone. I think he was gone
No,
by the time. It was just them. It
no.
was them three. Ryan Tannehill was kind of
Mm-hmm.
hooping, but he fell off a steep clip. So it's just like,
And then yeah, Kenny Westbrook. That was the wide receiver too, but he wasn't AJ Brown level as well. So
yeah, yo, you remember when it was the Titans and the Ravens going,
yo, beef. When
B.
I tell you that was one of the main games me and my pops always look forward to. We was like when we saw they were in the playoffs in a wild card. Oh my
That
gosh,
was that was that was
that
good
was
football games.
that was
Those are-
good football. We need
but
that back. We
yeah,
need them out of conference, out of division rivalries back. The only thing we kind of have with that is Buffalo and Kansas City. That's really all we have when it comes to out of conference, out of division
you can say San
rivalry.
Francisco and Philly.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's not as
mean,
crazy as that.
it's not as crazy. It's not. I mean, 2 years ago, yeah, because we always had that theory that Brock Purdy was in the NFC Championship healthy,
If he
they
didn't
would
get
have
hurt,
won if he didn't
yeah.
get hurt. Like that's what storyline builds up to. But I don't think like Philly and San Fran got a storyline right now. Like you can make that argument with San Fran and Dallas because of their storied history. You can make that
Oh,
argument with them.
that's history. That's
That's
years. That's
history.
decades right
That's
there.
decades right there.
Every
That's
time they face
decades.
each other, it's bad blood. So it's
Always.
just like that's decades. Like
That's always gonna be the case. Always gonna be the case. I'm telling you right now. But I'll tell you why, in which you made a good point about the coaching staff. This is Jalen Hurts' sixth offensive coordinator in his entire NFL career. Because you gotta remember, I forget his first three, but I remember the latest two. Kellen Moore, and which I believe, in my personal opinion, I think Kellen Moore should have stayed with the Philadelphia Eagles
you should have
because
because what
Kellen.
he went to
he-
Washington.
no, he went to New Orleans. He's the head coach of New Orleans
Okay.
Saints.
Oh, he is. Oh, well,
Yeah,
we
he's the
know
head
how that's
coach.
going.
Yeah, you don't even get into that. But
Yeah,
I think he should have stayed because look at what you did last year. And And I think also this is one of the main reasons why that Steve Spagnuolo is on the defensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think he's going. I think he's going to retire as a defensive coordinator. And this is why because I think honestly those in that position, like especially if you have a good relationship with the head coach, because Kellen Moore and oh my
What's
gosh,
doing Nick Sirianni?
yeah, next year they had a good relationship. So my thing in that 4 year as well. So my thing is, I get you want more experience at the head coaching position. I get it. You're a former quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, former offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys as well, and you were head coach. No, you were offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. But mind you, Brandon Stanley was a terrible head coach as is. So
Yeah.
but my personal opinion, I think he should have stayed because look what you did. Run game, open up the offense. AJ Brown on a post route. Oh, okay, pass
Devontae
off
Smith.
Saquon. Devontae
Devontae.
streak route.
Yeah.
What you did in the Super Bowl. So my thing is, I just think because since it's Thursday night. Because right now, oh my God, I got to check my lineup. I just had a fancy football move my fault because I forgot it was Thursday, and we got the Denver Broncos versus Oakland versus Bo Nix. I put Bo Nix in tonight. Um,
Do I have Broncos playing tonight? Let me see. Let me check my lineup. I gotta check my lineup.
yeah,
Like
facts. I
you
mean,
just
this. I mean,
reminded me.
yeah, facts. No, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even straight to my head. But not like I think Kellen Moore should have stayed because you had something going in Philadelphia. You had a great offense. Build off of that. In my personal opinion, I don't think unless Kellen Moore gets a offensive coordinator job again with a competitive team, he's not seeing a Super Bowl ever again. He's not.
And I now that you think about it, now I'm thinking really hard about it. Kevin Moore is like he was probably next to Saquon in the reason Philly won that Super Bowl. Cause I remember vaguely because I made mad parlays on the Super Bowl. Me and my friend, yeah, me and my friend David, he's in the fantasy group chat. We were
Mhm.
sitting talking about, oh, do not bet on Saquon. Do not, cause why?
Because the
Everybody
can't
in the mother is going to be having their eyes on Saquon. They was Jalen Hurts wasn't really slinging the rock like that during the
he
playoffs.
wasn't. He
He'll
because
do it
he no
occasionally, but
point. He had no point. There was no reason for him to do
Saquon
it.
was a madman. So we knew coming who were the Chiefs looking at. Number 26 in the green jersey, Saquon Barkley. He
And
from Philly, so
remember
he gonna put on.
exactly I'll remind you, the Kansas City defense when it came to rushing, number one in stops when against the running game last year. So they were obviously gonna try to stop Saquon from doing what he usually does. There was that opened up for the offense
They
for
forgot
AJ
about their
Brown.
two number one receivers over there. Yup. They forgot
Exactly.
about him. The
Open up the
Dallas
field for
Goddard.
Dallas Goddard, 20 plus yarders. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Jahan Dotson.
I forgot about him.
I'm going to advocate for Jahan Dotson till the day I die. That boy is tough. I'm going to advocate for that brother. I don't care. On if you want a third, if you're down 3rd and 5 and he's open downfield, I'm throwing it up to him. I don't care. That boy you saw in game 1 against us. He
Oh
got
yeah, he had that 50-yard catch. Yes, yeah, he did. He comes in. He comes
exactly.
in the random times, but the random times be
Ex-
coming in clutch.
exactly. So I want a Jahan Dotson type. So back to the Kellen Moore bit, because when you have Kellen Moore on your team as because he's a good offensive coordinator, he's proved it. He's a good offensive coordinator. It's just I don't think he needs the head coaching position because you see what's going on in New Orleans. New Orleans is a dumpster fire.
But
It's
that's
just
he came into a dumpster fire. It's like that's like
he chose in that environment, which I feel
yeah.
bad for him, but you chose it at the same time.
No,
You chose it.
I can't really feel bad for him because I feel like he came in knowing like okay these first 2 years it's gonna
Oh
be
God,
rough.
we got the Chargers. We got the Chargers. I just now looked at that. We got the
Yeah,
Chargers.
yeah. So like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we could. I'm not lying to you. The Chiefs offense doesn't look as electric as it used to.
But my thing
Travis
is, it's Patrick Mahomes
It's
though.
Patrick Mahomes, but Travis Kelsey's old. Rasheed Rice, yeah, you know what? Yeah,
I
you
gotta
know what?
stop. I gotta stop laughing. I gotta stop laughing. This is getting bad. It's getting bad. We gotta stop laughing. Oh my gosh, you gotta
I
stop
can't lie.
laughing.
We got a chance to win every home game we got for the rest of the season. That's all I can think. Away
The
game, the only
Vikings, we
way
can win. The
we can
Vikings, we
beat the
can win.
Vikings.
We can beat the
Justin
Vikings.
Jefferson is going to put 300 yards on us, but
Oh
that's
yes,
not our problem. That
302 and two tutties. 302,
yeah,
two tutties. I know
the
that.
Chargers. Oh no,
We
we
could
might
beat
lose
the
to the
we could beat the
Commanders.
Commanders.
Oh,
We can
we
beat the
spanking the
Commanders.
Commanders.
We can beat the
We gonna beat the
Commanders.
Giants. So look, what I got us finished. We beat the Raiders. I got us beating Philly.
8-1.
I like that.
8-1. We
Because
don't
last time
lose.
we don't
We don't
lose, but
lose. We
we don't
don't
make the
win,
playoffs. We
and we
still
don't make
get
the
a
playoffs.
solid draft pick. We probably get like a top 15, maybe top 10 draft pick. It's
Top
not a
if we
lot of
don't make if we don't make any moves past if we don't make any moves before the draft, top 14, top 15 pick. If we don't make any
unless the
moves,
Packers collapse.
that's a hard gamble. Especially, I mean, you know what?
So look at this. Looking at the schedule, the Giants, they're going to probably beat they're more than likely going to beat the Giants. Detroit, oh no, they play the Vikings right after the Giants. They're going to probably beat the Vikings. Detroit is going to be gunning for blood. One thing about Detroit, they hold on to grudges over there. I remember when we beat Detroit
It was a
2023.
asterisk,
Yeah,
bro.
when we beat them, they were so salty. They were so salty. They came back the next year and dropped almost 50 on us.
Over 40 on us, bro. 43-8, I think.
It was bad.
Bro, it was horrendous. I'm not gonna lie to you, because if we touched them in the playoffs, bro, we were because remember that was the year that we played the Packers in the first
We
game.
got blown out. Dan Quinn wanted to run zone when we were dominant, and man, I would never understand that. I don't get that. He wanted to run
That's
zone all game.
That's why for me, and we're gonna conclude on this. That's why for me, I don't blame the players come playoff time. If it's a coaching mistake, for example, and just shout out Justin, my homeboy Justin, get rid of John Harbaugh.
Now he got to
go. He has to go. That dude has to go. I'm advocating for every Baltimore Ravens fan out there. He needs to go. There's no reason why you could have beaten Patrick in the AFC Championship a few years ago. We could have had a Baltimore 49ers Super Bowl again. We could have had that. Why in God's name is Lamar Jackson not throwing the ball against Patrick Mahomes in that defense? When he showed on that opening possession, he could.
I would never get that. I don't think I would ever get that.
What are we doing?
What's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's not broken, but we're trying to fix it. I would never get that.
You're in the biggest game in your conference. Why are you? And you're at home. You're at home. What are you doing?
I remember that game.
You're making the game bigger than what it is.
You're making the game harder than what it is,
bro. Once you make the game,
oh, that Zay Flower fumble was crazy though.
He was a rookie at the time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't
hold him to the highest expectation, but it's just like, yeah, that's gonna haunt him.
Because that was the game. That was the game they could have had it. They could have had it that game. Literally, they could have. Because honestly, it would have been a close game if they had gone to the Super Bowl and played San Fran. It would have been a close game.
It would have been a good game.
It would have been a really good game, but I would have saw San Fran winning. I ain't gonna lie, because that San Fran team that year was different. That CMC MVP, CMC, bro. That was the first out of 2 times I believe in this decade that a running back should have won an MVP.
There was another time a wide receiver should have won MVP. Cooper Kupp.
In this decade? Oh, yes. Yes.
2021? Cooper Kupp? I'm trying to tell you, he was really that.
Bro. There was 3 times we can name a quarterback should have not gotten MVP. Saquon last year, CMC 2023, and Cooper Kupp 2021. Like, are we for real right now?
Yo, it's just like, I really want to see a wide receiver MVP. I'm tired of quarterbacks. If it ain't Dak, I kind of want to see JSN or like CMC. You keep it a buck.
CMC should have got it 2023. I ain't gonna argue with that. CMC should have gotten it 20. That offense was based around him.
That offense was nasty. He can't. No, they were struggling. I remember they were struggling that year. They traded for CMC, and he threw a touchdown in his first game
against Pittsburgh. You right. Oh my gosh, you right.
He came in and started. He made an instant impact. It's not like he had to wait a week. Then he came in and made an impact.
No, you're right. No, it was that. It wasn't that. It wasn't against Pittsburgh. It was against Philadelphia, that NFC Championship game, because of how many injuries they had on quarterback.
Oh, he literally was playing quarterback. I forgot about that. That was hilarious. They had him under center. Yo, I was
They
crying.
had bro under center in that NFC Championship game.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
I feel
my
like sometimes
gosh.
in situations like that, you got to be able to forfeit a game. You got to be able to forfeit a game.
There has to be a white towel being thrown. There
Yo,
has
like
to
we
be a
have to
white
be. Yo, I feel like we got to
because
implement that. Like,
that's right because Brock Purdy was out. They only had two QBs at the time because their
and
other
they got
QB was
hurt.
on. Exactly. And Christian McCaffrey, he had to step in. Oh my goodness.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I would have just took knees. I would have just took knees and said it's over. Because it is over.
Bro.
What can you do? It's Chris McCaffrey's not a quarterback. It's done.
He's not. That's the thing, bro.
It's
And
done.
that was a weird position they were put in. I ain't even gonna lie to
Yeah,
you. That was just a weird
because that's
that
so
was a weird
nasty.
position. That was a terrible position that they were put in. I even felt for them on that.
Oh yeah, they beat us that year in the playoffs too. They barely
Don't want
beat
to talk
us.
about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about that. I want
because
to talk
we've
about that
been
last
plagued
game.
by so many bad coach. Oh my
This
god.
is where we end the pod. This is where we end. I don't even want to talk
Yeah.
about it because I ain't gonna lie.
I'm about to get.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
getting
lie,
hot thinking about it. I'm just getting.
bro.
My body temperature rising.
Before we even like
I get the spasms.
all right, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please follow our socials. I'll put it right down below in the description. Tahmeer, you got any socials that the people want you to follow on?
Yeah, just my Instagram. You feel me? That's it.
All right, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, we do this more than likely. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Tahmeer just might be my co-host coming in the future because I can't do this by myself. We gotta keep it going. Plus, how the conversation was flowing. If y'all have any things y'all want to talk about, please put it in the comment section. And follow the Instagram. Please follow the TikTok. Like I said, Twitch is coming soon. We getting everything in motion, getting everything under wraps, and everything going. All right.
Yeah.
So please, y'all, be safe. Have a good rest of your week. Enjoy what is it, week 11 of the football season? Well, yeah, week 10, week 10.
Week 10.
Please enjoy week 10 of the NFL season. We enjoy week 3 of the NBA season. We'll be talking about that soon once we get into the NBA and what that is all about right now. So, yeah, peace out. All right. I'll edit that out.